Welcome back to the Crypto Gorilla YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about what, in my opinion, is the best and safest way for making money in the NFT space, especially when you're starting out, and that is flipping whitelist mints. So if you don't have a lot of ETH to play with, you do not want to be buying blue chips because then you are getting rid of all your liquidity and you're going to miss out on a ton of opportunities. You shouldn't be chasing trending projects on the secondary market. You shouldn't be getting into gas wars. Your goal should really be to slowly stack ETH by making safe and quick flips. So the best strategy here is really just to get whitelist, mint it, flip it pre-reveal, and build up your bag. Then if you want, you can go out and buy blue chips. Then you could make more risky plays on the secondary market, or you could simply just stack ETH and not buy anything. Either way, always take profits in the form of cash or stable coins. So today I want to discuss how I determine if something's flippable, essentially if I'm going to mint it or not, and then just discuss my thought process while going through all of these steps. As usual, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion and the strategies that work for me, but this might not work for you, so you always have to do your own research. So step one is you need to get whitelist. Now, the reason we need whitelist to do this strategy is because when you are whitelisted, when you have access to purchase in pre-sale, your spot is reserved for a certain amount of time. So you don't have that pressure you might have during a public sale where you fear the collection might sell out. Meaning it gives you plenty of time to assess the market and determine if there actually is demand for that NFT and whether or not it's flippable. I have a video, I'm going to put it in the description down below, which runs through a bunch of different strategies on how to increase your chances of getting whitelisted. So let's assume you are whitelisted for a project and move on to step two, which is determining if a project is flippable. Now, during a pre-sale, I will have the website open just to be ready to buy. However, more importantly, I will have OpenSea open because this is where we determine if a collection has demand. We're going to look at the floor price as well as the volume traded. And both of these are equally as important, so you always want to be sure to check both. I often find people only check the floor price and they don't consider the actual demand for the collection, which is going to be volume traded. However, let's break these down individually. So first we have floor price. Now, floor price is the cheapest that somebody is willing to sell their NFT for. And since this collection has not revealed yet, we don't have any rarities. You are at the mercy of the person who is willing to sell it for the cheapest. So even if you were planning to sell your NFT for 2 ETH, if somebody is willing to sell it for 0.01, you're at the mercy of that person. Now, if the cost of a mint is 0.1 Ethereum and the floor price is 0.2 Ethereum, that might look like a 2x, but it actually isn't. There are a bunch of fees that we have to consider when selling an NFT, such as the price of the NFT, the gas fees to mint it, the gas fees to list it, the royalty fees taken by the creator or the collection, and OpenSea's commission fee. Let's just do an example here so you could visualize and understand. So the cost of my NFT was 0.1 Ethereum. Let's say the gas fee to mint was 0.01 Ethereum. The gas fee to list it was 0.005 Ethereum. The royalty fee, which can be up to 10%. In this case, let's pretend it is 10%. So that's 0.02 Ethereum. And OpenSea's fee, which is 2.5%. So 0.005 Ethereum. If we do some quick math, that's our sale price of 0.2 minus the cost of the NFT, minus the gas fee to mint, the gas fee to list, the royalty fee, and OpenSea's commission fee, which leaves us at a profit of 0.06 Ethereum. So what looked like a 2x is actually a 1.6x. Now, 1.6x is really good profits for selling a picture of a monkey to an anonymous person on the internet. And I often will mint and flip 1.5x's, 1.6x's. However, when you get to the 1.1, 1.2x level, I find that a lot more dangerous because by the time you mint and list it on OpenSea, you might be breaking even, or you might even be at a slight loss as more and more people just keep undercutting each other. So for that, you're really going to have to determine what risk you are willing to take on for such a small profit. If we go back on OpenSea, let's say we have determined that the floor price is flippable. The other thing we want to look at, which is just as important, if not more important than the floor price, is volume traded, because this is the demand for the NFT. Meaning, is anyone even willing to purchase at these prices? If the volume traded for Antonym was 0, it wouldn't matter if this was a 3x and that the floor price is at 0.565, because nobody is willing to pay that price, meaning you probably should not mint it. So I'm going to jump to a newer collection just so there's more recent activity. What you want to do to see if there is enough demand is click activity. Then you're just going to scroll through the recent sales, and you want to see multiple sales going through every single minute. Ideally 5 sales a minute, even more. 10 sales a minute is great. Basically, you want more sales a minute than there are listings, because if there's more people listing for cheaper prices, they're just going to drive the floor down. Now, if you're able to flip quickly, it doesn't matter that the floor is going down, because you can catch it on the way down, but it is always dangerous to do that if the floor price isn't that big of a flip. Remember, I said if it's 0.12, I don't go for that, because the floor price going down quickly, if there isn't enough demand, you're not going to be able to flip it. But if it's a 2x and it's quickly going down to a 1.8x, we don't really care, because 1.8x is still really great profit. So I just scroll through here. Here you can see 17 minutes ago, there were a ton of sales. So I know if I go list this at the floor price or slightly under the floor price, my NFT is going to get purchased by a person, or it's just going to get swept up by a bot instantly. So let's just recap really quick. If we have a bad floor price, even if the volume is high, bad floor price, it's not flippable. We don't mint it. If we have a good floor price, but there is no volume or very little volume, even if you see a few sales going through, but a few sales over an hour's time, that is not a good sign, because the odds that you sell your NFT are very low. So what we really want is a combination of both a good floor price as well as high volume traded. Now, I just want to make people aware of something that happens on OpenSea, especially for very hot collections, for Hatebeast, for Invisible Friends. The floor price and the volume traded, they can't keep up. There are millions of collections on OpenSea. They are constantly trying to update them. So these sales are coming through so fast for these hot collections that the floor price bugs, the volume traded bugs, and we don't see the actual floor price on the homepage for the collection. So what you always want to do is click the activity feed, because up here for Hatebeast, it might say they're trading for 1 ETH, but then when you scroll through the activity, you're going to see a bunch of them are selling for 3 ETH, 4 ETH, 5 ETH, whatever the price is. You always want to make sure the floor price is accurate in the activity feed. So let's say we have determined that yes, this is flippable, the floor price is high enough, there is a good amount of demand. The final step is just going to be to go to the website. You're going to want to mint it, and then you're going to go on OpenSea into your wallet. If the item you minted is not in your wallet, what you do is you go to activity, and then from there you are going to be able to see it as the first item in your activity feed. Sometimes, don't panic, it might take up to 5 minutes for it to appear here, but usually it does show up in your activity feed before it shows up in your collected items. From there, it's the usual. You click sell, you put a price. So here I would write 0. I could see the floor price. And remember, if it's a hot sale, if these are flying off the shelf, just like the homepage of the collection where the floor price was wrong, this floor price is also going to be wrong. So you always want to double check in that activity feed. But here, let's say I wanted to sell mine very quick. I would slightly undercut the floor just to be the first one that appears in line. So when a person's buying, they're going to click mine. If a bot is sweeping, it's automatically going to sweep mine first. You would adjust the amount of time, you would complete the listing, pay the gas fee to list it, and then you're going to get that beautiful email that your item has sold. Now for this strategy, because we are selling pre-reveal, we have no idea if the one we have is rare or not. So there is one rule I have when doing this, and that is never ever, for any reason, go and check if you had a rare one that you flipped pre-reveal. I know it is very tempting, but if you flipped for a 0.5 ETH gain and then you realize that you would have had a 1 of 1 that sells for 200 Ethereum, that is going to eat you up inside and make you second guess all of your future flips. And the odds that you do get a 1 of 1 that's worth 100, 200 Ethereum, that is a lottery ticket. So what we're doing with this strategy is we are guaranteeing a 2x, a 5x, a 10x, rather than shooting for the moon and trying to get a rare one. Now, a good example of this is Hatebeast, where if you sold pre-reveal, you could have gotten up to 10 Ethereum. However, on average, most people got around 8 Ethereum, which from a mint price of 0.2 is insane profits. However, if you held through reveal and you did not get a rare one, as you could see, the floor price just kept going lower and lower, and it is currently sitting at 1.45 Ethereum. So I personally very rarely gamble, and I always take a pre-reveal flip. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.